Here's David O'Gray. Tonight we unravel one of Catholicism's most mystifying disappearances. Former Archbishop Carlo Maria Viganò. Once a fiery Vatican whistleblower, he has now seemingly vanished from public life. Interviews surface only in email form. Fundraising pages remain active, but there is no live appearances, no voice, no face, no confirmation. He still walks among us. What if this isn't just about hiding, but about permanent absence? In May 2025, Taylor Marshall tried to interview Viganò. His response? He declined video participation, citing his thick Italian accent.
Unfortunately, Archbishop Carlo Maria Viganò will not be on screen with me live. There's a couple reasons for this. First, he cites his thick Italian accent. He has great English. I've spoken to him on the phone before, but he was concerned about that. And then also just the grave nature of the topics that we're discussing. I mean, we're talking about Fatima. We're talking about heaven and hell. We're talking about excommunication. We're talking about anti-popes. And Archbishop Viganò wanted to take time, careful time, to reflect and then write these down in a mature and responsible way. So what you're seeing is his careful analysis of these questions.
That's odd, because just years ago, Viganò embraced that accent proudly in speeches, panels, interviews. So why the sudden embarrassment? Why the faceless presence? Then in July 2025, Stephen Cox of LifeSite News published an exclusive interview with the schismatic. Again, only via email. 5 dense, very manicured answers, no verbal tone, no real-time clarity. We're not hearing from Viganò. We're reading him. Given the shady dealings over LifeSite News with John Henry Weston, the CEO, it won't come as a surprise that the reason why they are the main media company promoting him is that they are not promoting, but just propping him up like a weekend at Bernie's to raise money for their failing business. On April 23rd, 2025, Mediaset's primetime show for Decorio was scheduled to feature a live broadcast with Viganò. Questions were ready, cameras prepped, then nothing. The segment was canceled without explanation. No footage, no response from Mediaset. Only a text version of the supposed interview posted on fringe websites days later. It was a moment designed for confrontation, so where was Viganò? Rewind to January 2016. Viganò steps down from his role as papal nuncio in Washington. That farewell marked his last confirmed public appearance. 9 years later, not a single live video, no press conferences, no pilgrimage, no sightings, only typed words and unanswered questions. Before the disappearance, Viganò was revered, almost mythologized, as a lone voice crying out against corruption. His X account and personal website make consistent calls for donations, support our mission, help defend tradition. But why? Viganò was known to have been extraordinarily wealthy, wealth that was beyond anything but cleanly kept. The man controlled millions. So what is he raising money for? No budget, no disclosures, no visible initiatives. It's like donating money to a ghost. Court filings in Milan paint a different Viganò, one entangled in financial controversy. Viganò inherited 23 million euro in real estate, including sprawling estates, commercial properties, and family holdings across Italy. He also oversaw 7 million euro in cash, liquid assets, securities, personal accounts. His brother, Father Lorenzo, filed a lawsuit claiming nearly 40 million euro had been misappropriated by Viganò. The court found Viganò diverted 3.65 million euros in net proceeds. A judgment ordered the forced payment of 1.8 million euro plus interest. Other suits, civil and criminal, were mysteriously dropped, quietly settled, or dismissed before trial. So why fundraise now? If wealth remains untouched, what's the actual motive? In a different age, impersonating a bishop meant theater, vestments, voice, and a look-alike. But now, it's software. AI can clone a voice, stitch a face, generate a person so convincing it even fools the faithful. A tweet, a written interview, a donation link, none of them confirm life. So what if the real Viganò is dead, gone in silence, buried without announcement, no obituary, no Vatican eulogy? And the legacy? Driven forward by someone behind the screen, tweets composed by ideologues, interviews engineered by propagandists, donor dollars redirected perhaps not for tradition, but for manipulation, all fueled by a faith in a man no one has seen since 2016. In early July 2024, the Vatican announced formal excommunication proceedings against Viganò, a defining moment. And when summoned to respond, Viganò didn't show up. No statement, no defense, not even a letter. Maybe he didn't show up because he was full of pride, but because his body was decaying and full of worms. What if we're not dealing with defiance, but with a permanent absence? What if the man who once cried out against the Vatican corruption has been gone for years, replaced by a digital puppet used for influence, division, and donations? What if behind the veil of this fundraising scheme is a Protestant? In that case, who's really running his accounts? Who's pocketing the money? And who profits from the illusion of his sainthood? Or what if certain factions within the church don't want him to be found? Not just John Henry Weston, but others more powerful. This pushes the drama beyond fraud into cover-up territory. Hey, I'm David O'Gray. If you are enjoying this podcast, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And also hit that join button so you can receive access to early releases of many of my videos and also have access to my entire archive going all the way back to 2011. Thank you. And before we go, again, this is just logical speculation. If Viganò is dead, we pray for the repose of his heretical soul. But if he is still alive, we ask that he come out and show his face and show some transparency of all the money he has been raising. And here's another request. If you've seen Viganò, if you've heard someone who says they've seen him, if you have a photo, a voice memo, a strange DM, or a clue others have missed, send them to me at david@davidlgray.info or tag me on X at @davidlgray_info. No sighting is too small. No whisper too faint. If Viganò is out there, we need to know. And if he's not, then someone else is speaking on his dead behalf. This is David O'Gray.